Good morning, welcome to the morning review. This is Kim Watson speaking on Friday the 6th of February. Okay, looking at the euro dollar first, and we've yesterday it recovered the losses from the previous day, and we pushed up pretty strongly. At the moment we've almost got a bullish flag going on here on the short term, but there is a possibility we could see a bit more of a sell-off from where we are now if this flag down to the right about the 114.25-26 area. So we could see a sell-off. There is support on that way. Now we've got non-farm payrolls coming out this morning, so that could keep things this afternoon rather. That could keep things relatively slow. But if it does start coming off, there's certainly the target I'd be looking for, and possibly got some good support around there with the 34 and the 50 all being it flat. So that's possible downside. Not much else to say there. If it was to break there is a bit of a trend line running across the highs there. If it does break up above then, I'd be potentially looking on the long side, maybe into the earlier highs there back on Tuesday. So we'll see if we can push up towards that, although we got that 500 hourly 500 just above us, so would watch that as well. So at the moment really erring towards the negative side, downside, but any break of the highs here would have to consider looking for longs towards the previous highs. Okay, looking at cable then. Similar picture here really. So just come back out a little and look. Yesterday though, it did push up and it broke through some key moving averages here. Went through to 34 stroke 4 hourly 200. Now again looking relatively bullish in where we are, but it's sort of a bit of a bullish pattern occurring there. However, if we do break the lows here, we could run down towards the daily pivot there at 152.79, so sort of an area to the lower side. Break of the highs though, we're pretty on target for heading towards that daily 50 that I've been on for a few days now, so could see a continuation up to that daily 50. Okay, let's have a look at dollar yen. Chop. It's just continuing chop. I'm not really going to say much more than that. It might, the non-farms may squeeze it out of that, but at the moment there's little to be looked at there. And then the Aussie dollar, where despite the Reserve Bank of Australia cutting the outlook for growth and inflation, prices stay pretty consolidated there, and we could still yet at some point push up towards that monthly pivot. So it's still got some potential upside there. So looking at that. However, we do have the daily pivot at 77.85, so a breakdown would see us heading towards that sort of level, but not a large range yesterday. We're in quite a tighter range today, having really, in fact it actually kicked up and stirred positively at midnight UK time, but at the moment, as I say, reasonable chance coming back down towards that daily pivot. A break of the absolute highs here. There's a sort of a level of highs here, as I say, that would push us back up and see us running towards the monthly pivot. So there is some positive opportunity, and maybe you'll see that around non-farm payrolls. Okay, so main data out today, non-farm payrolls for both Canada and the US. Very difficult to trade the Canadian figures because they come out at the same time as the US figures, and if you're trading the US dollar stroke Canadian dollar, you're going to have the effect of both currencies. So we'll only be looking at the US figures, which are the key numbers anyway. Okay, just one other thing. At 8 o'clock this morning, we've got the Swiss currency reserves. That's one thing to be watching for there. If it starts getting a bit steeped in any way, especially after what we saw in December leading into January's adjustments, We just watch out for the currency reserves at 8 o'clock. That has become a significant number now. If there's a lot of Swiss buying, we could see some more comments made. Right, that's it for me. Take care. Bye for now.